One. Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Tuesday, the 24th of June, 2025. In today's Mill news, behold, that the prophecy has come to pass. As mentioned earlier, obviously I mentioned it 4 days ago, but to be fair, I am the medium. I just pass this. I find the news, I collate the news, and I package the news and I give it to you. And I try and get it to you as early as I can. And 4 days ago, I told you about this, that Millwall were going to sign a New Zealand guy. You know he's New Zealand because, the flag that they got from Amazon that hasn't been ironed, that's behind him. Millwall confirmed Max Crocombe signing. Indeed. And this is official from millfc.co.uk. So this is what happened today. This is the big day, the Tuesday. The den was closed. What's going on? Is something's happening? They've closed the ground. What's going on? It's this. They've announced the backup goalkeeper signing. Millwall Football Club is delighted to announce the signing of the goalkeeper Max Crocombe. The 31-year-old stopper joins the Lions on as a free agent following the expiration of his contract at Burton Albion. A New Zealand international, Crocombe boasts a wealth of VFL experience, having made over 100 appearances across League 1 and League 2 for the Brewers and Grimsby Town combined. At the age of 24, Crocombe was the man between the sticks in Salford City's National League North winning season in 17-18. His former in his National League debut for the All Whites in a friendly against Canada in March 2018, the first of 15 international caps to date. Now here's the thing, this is interesting. So I've heard three different numbers now. So Mill was saying it's 15 international caps. I've seen 16, and then someone else said 17. That may be because it's Oceania. Some of them probably not are they recognised by FIFA, or are they just regional ones? I would say that they still count. It's an international cap, or is it a full international cap? It's kind of like definition. So maybe it is, but interesting there that they say so by winning the National League North. So not even the National League. So the National League is the 5th division of English football. It's after the top 4 professional divisions. This is the 6th division of English football, professional football. Most clubs at that level aren't professional, but Salford City most certainly probably were. That gives him an international call-up by being pretty good in the 6th division of English football. Man, that's interesting. The Kiwi becomes Mill's first signing in a summer transfer window and will provide stiff competition in the goalkeeping department. I'm pleased we've been able to sign Max, said Steve Gallen, Mill's director for. Max played a big part in keeping Burton Albion up last year, and they were very keen to keep him. Max is New Zealand's number 1, and they've already booked their place at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and we hope he will make our goalkeeping department more competitive. So there you go. So he's coming in to be a number 2. That should be good enough to maybe come in and play number 1, if needed, if there's like an injury or suspension or something. So, here we go. Now, obviously, this will be the highest level that he's played at, so that's interesting to see how he adapts. Obviously, he's coming from League 1, so he's worked his way up. National League North, National League, League 2, League 1, now Championship, which, that's... A lot of good players have done that, hard-working players worked their way up and improved and kept going. So that's interesting. But yeah, here we go. So if you didn't see the video before that I made 4 days ago telling you that this was going to happen, we got a nice little roundup from the southernnews.co.uk. Mill signed goalkeeper Max Crocombe. Crocombe joins as a free agent following the expiration of his contract with Burton Albion and becomes a Lions. and becomes the Lions' first signing of the transfer window. The club is also close to a permanent deal for Chelsea left-back Zach Sturridge, who spent the latter half of the last season on loan at the Den. The 31-year-old joins a goalkeeping room that needs reinforcing, with backup keeper Liam Roberts joining Mansfield Town and Lucas Jensen out for a fair chunk of next season with an Achilles injury. Crocombe spent the last 2 seasons plying his trade in League One for the Brewers, winning their Player of the Season award in the 23-24 campaign. He has also made 15 appearances for the New Zealand national team, winning the Golden Glove Award at the 2024 OFC. That's the Oceania Football Confederation Men's Nation Cup. And then they've got the quote from Steve Gallen, which I'm not going to repeat because I just made it. But here they got a nice little roundup of his career so far, which I covered back 4 days ago. The shot stopper began his career at Buckingham Town, making 33 appearances in the United Counties League One as a 16-year-old before joining Oxford United's academy in 2010. He signed his first professional contract in April 2012 and made his League Two debut the following January, featuring 4 times that season. After serving as understudy to first-choice keeper Ryan Clark, he had loan spells at Nuneaton Town, Barnet and Southport. Crocombe left Oxford in 2016 and had stints at Carlisle United, Salford City, Brisbane Roar and Melbourne Victory before joining Grimsby Town in 2021. He established himself as Grimsby's first choice keeper and started between the sticks as the Mariners won the 2022 National League Playoff Final. Crocombe started every single league game the following season and helped the club to make the FA Cup quarter-finals, a run which included a win in the 5th round over then Premier League side Southampton, before joining Burton Albion in the summer of 2023. So there you go, there's a nice little roundup of his career and what he's done so far, and I like it. I like that. I like when players, they start in non-league and they work their way up. There you go. Now, this is not the only signing we've made today. We made another signing and you think, well, Zach Sturridge? No, not Zach Sturridge. Someone you know and you love. It's Danny McNamara. So this was announced today. Obviously, no photographs, none of all that. It was just announced. This is reported by the southernnews.co.uk, but it's on the official website, so it is official. Danny McNamara signs new contract with Millwall. Danny McNamara signed a new contract with Millwall. The 26-year-old fullback was due to be a free agent at the end of the month, with his contract expiring, but he has agreed terms with the club to extend his stay. McNamara made 15 appearances in all competitions last season before suffering a serious knee injury after coming on as a second-half substitute in the Lions' 2-2 draw with Cardiff City on January the 21st, which ended his campaign. McNamara came through Millwall's academy and made his first-team debut on January the 9th, 2021 in an FA Cup clash with Boreham Wood, and went on to make 17 appearances in the 2020-21 season. The former Ireland under-21s international became a regular in Garrow outside the following campaign, making 38 appearances in all competitions. McNamara has made 149 appearances for the club in total so far. So there you go. Two signings. They haven't announced Zach Sturridge today. Now, maybe they did film it and it's basically they did do the deal, but they've just filmed all the interviews and stuff. Because we've got interviews with, obviously I'm not going to bring them to you because it's Mill's interview. That's not what I do. But they are on the club site, so they do all this stuff, and you imagine, you've got to film it, you've got to edit it, you've got to maybe, I don't know how many mics they use, if they use one mic between a pair of them, or if they've got their own individual mics that they then have to sound mix. So it's a lot of effort. They have to put graphics on there, and then they clip up the videos, put in shorts, or they put a little bit on Twitter, so then they can, get people to click on that and go through to the interview, and then sign up for Mill profile and stuff like that. So there's a whole thing behind it, and I think they've only got 1 or 2 people doing that kind of stuff. So maybe they have done the Zach Sturridge deal and it's going to be announced tomorrow, because obviously this week is a big week. Thursday is the fixture release day, 9:30 in the morning I believe, and then I think in 4 in the afternoon we've got the Carabao Cup draw as well. So there's a lot going on Thursday. So basically this week it's today, tomorrow, and then after that, and then Friday, everyone's looking for the weekend. So I think whatever happens tomorrow will probably be it for the rest of the week, I wouldn't say. The players are back at training on Thursday as well, so there you go. Yeah. We do have a player leaving. It has been confirmed. Rumours of this pretty much all week. This got announced tonight, about an hour before filming this video. BlackpoolFC.co.uk, the official website of Blackpool FC. They've signed George Honeyman. George Honeyman has left Millwall. Despite reported interest from a number of Championship clubs, the 30-year-old has opted to join the Seasiders on a 2-year deal. So there you go. The club also has an option for a further 12 months. So it's a 2-year deal, which could be a 3-year deal. So the fact that he's 30 years old, this could take him up to 33. I think this is... I imagine that the interest from the Championship clubs would be like a year deal. So now he's got this is 2 years guaranteed and maybe a third. That's, even if it's on less money, depending on how much less, if you've got 2 years guaranteed compared to 1 year, man, this is, landed on his feet, done pretty well. Steve Bruce is the manager there. So we'll see how they do. Good luck to him. But he's dropping down a league. So he should be pretty good at that level. So at this level. He's done okay. He has limited skills. What he does well. But you would imagine going to League One, he would. His skills will shine a lot more in that division. So good luck to George Honeyman. And right after this was announced by Blackpool, the club put this out. The Headless Man. They keep the form. I don't know if it's just me. Do you get this as well, or is it just me when I go onto this website? The formatting. Maybe it's because it's formatted for people on mobile phones. So when I'm on my laptop, it's maybe if you're on your mobile phone, you can actually see the picture. I don't know. But thank you, George. This is from millwallfc.co.uk, the club's official website. Millwall Football Club can confirm that George Honeyman has departed the den ahead of signing for Sky Bet League One side Blackpool. The 30-year-old midfielder will join up with the Seasiders upon the expiration of his Millwall contract. Following the conclusion of the 24-25 season, the club entered discussions with the midfielder regarding a new deal. However, George has opted to start a new chapter in his career with Blackpool. Honeyman leaves the club having made 117 appearances in all competitions, contributing to 15 goals in that time, scoring 3 and registering 12 assists since his arrival from Hull City in June 2022. And we have a selection of photographs. And there you go. The midfielder opened his Lions account in the second Championship fixture in the blue shirt as he scored in a 3-2 win over Coventry City before going on to be a mainstay in the club's injury room across 3 seasons. Honeyman scored twice in 24-25 at the Den against Preston North End and at Hillsborough against Sheffield Wednesday. Mill's director of football, Steve Gallen, said, George has been a tremendous servant to the football club over the last 3 seasons. His dedication and professionalism has been exemplary, and he's consistently proven to be a reliable and versatile member of the squad. Throughout his time here, George has played in several positions, has always given everything to the team, a level of effort and commitment we've greatly appreciated. He's chosen to accept a longer-term offer elsewhere, which we fully understand and respect. George leaves with our sincere thanks and, very best wishes for the future. Thank you, G. Good luck to him, Seems a decent guy. Now, moving on to this. This is a weird one. Okay. Now, that photo What do you think's happening with this photo? You would imagine that we would be interested in the player in white. Or Millwall and Middlesbrough, the classic. Whenever Millwall linked with a player, it's obviously they throw Middlesbrough's name in there and Millwall's name in there. Actually, it's the player on the left, who is in a red and black kit. Him. He's a defender. This is a thing this was mentioned before. This guy. Mentioned it before in this video. It says it's from a month ago, but it's actually from the 24th of April, which is actually 2 months ago. There's Millwall linked to 6'5" German centre back. Wow! And Mihailo Ivanovic interviews. Yeah, his name is Calvin Brackelmann. He's at Paderborn. At the moment he is 25 years old. He's only 26 in August. He's very tall. So it seems to be, if you're swapping, Jake Cooper out for this guy. But the story that prompted this video was in April, 24th of April, which is weird. Why is there transfer speculation on the 24th of April? The window closed in January. The next one doesn't open for June. It's kind of in the middle. Like, why is this? What's happening here? Why are you doing this at this moment? Don't make no sense to me. Don't make no sense at all. So this was April, and you can see here he's played 18 times in the season up until April in the Bundesliga 2, which is the second division in Germany. But they've done it again, so they've just relinked him with us again, and Middlesbrough, by the way. Middlesbrough and Millwall can now sign very dynamic 6'5" giant for less than 1 million. Well, yeah, because now, I think he's going into the last year of his contract. So I don't know what has prompted this story. Oh, by the way, this is from EFLanalysis.com. As you can see in the top left. Let's give them their dues. I believe the original story is from the same people, because they mention it below as we go through. Championship rivals Middlesbrough and Millwall may be going head-to-head for a central defensive giant this summer, and according to new claims coming out of Germany, it may only take an offer of £850,000 to get the 6'5" colossus through the door at the Riverside or the Den. While losing top scorer Emmanuel Latelaf to Atlanta United in January obviously played a major role in Middlesbrough falling short of the playoffs, Michael Carrick also presided over the first worst defensive record in the Championship's top half. Millwall, in contrast, conceded just over 1 goal per game on average, but with interest emerging in one of Alex Neil's top performers, Premier League newcomers Sunderland, Burnley and Leeds are targeting Japhet Tanganga. The Bermondsey outfit may be forced into the market for a replacement. And this is where Calvin Brackelmann comes in. There he is there. EFL Analysis exclusively reported back in April via football correspondent Graham Bailey that Middlesbrough and Millwall were watching Calvin Brackelmann. So, again, maybe they know that Millwall sent a scout there. Or maybe there was an independent scout and they did reports for Middlesbrough and Millwall. I don't know if that's a thing that happens. If you just pay a third party to scout, but then it's not exclusive, they can also share that information with someone else. I don't know. Or if someone just scouts a player and then is anybody interested in this scout report? A massive presence at SC Paderborn, both literally and figuratively, given his 1.96 metre frame. Brackelmann helped his team finish just one place shy of the playoffs last term in Germany's second tier. And with just 1 year left on his contract, Bild report that Paderborn may reluctantly accept offers of just €1 million. That is £850,000, by the way, from a Middlesbrough or Millwall perspective. Bild add that there is further interest emerging via Dutch outfit NC Nijmegen and Danish giants Brøndby. However, the prestige of English football means that the Championship is likely to be an intriguing destination for a footballer who honed his talents at Köln and Schalke. Only 25 years of age, Brackelmann is a left-sided central defender. He can also play at left back. He would a 6'5" left back. Normally it's short asses who play in the fullback position. He would also represent a more natural fit of Middlesbrough than the then right-footed George Edmondson. If Millwall is to be his destination, instead of Brackelmann could act as a competition with Captain Jay Cooper in their middle or Joe Bryan on the flank. Calvin is a robust player and considering his size is very dynamic. Paderborn sporting director Benjamin Weber said of a man whose mobility belies his giant frame. He has a lot of development potential and as a left-footed defender he brings a unique profile. And then they go on to talking about the new manager at Middlesbrough. So yeah, I don't know what this is about, why they're bringing this up again. They're the only ones who mention it. No one else is mentioning it. Kind of weird. I don't know if this guy is his agent, or connected to the agent, Graham Bailey. He seems to be one of these people who was a journalist and now he's kind of like does like more media stuff for other people. So I don't know if he's playing both sides. So I don't know what's going on. So, but to be honest, like if you are connected to the agent, unless you talk to the clubs, you're just like, what's the point of publishing this story if it's not real? Like the clubs are going to see this and think, oh, maybe we should sign this player. Like, why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense. So, I read it in the news. Maybe we should sign this player. Like, I don't think that's how it works. I think if you use their name in a bullshit story for something, then they're more likely to avoid that situation. I don't think they're going to lean into it. I think so. Again, I don't know so it says it seems to. What is it based on? It's based on. Yeah, they were watching Calvin Brackelmann, which links to the original story if we pull it up from April. Looking to sign, but how? And this is mostly Middlesbrough. They're looking at. So what does that mean? We sent a scout there or what? Have been watching him closely in recent weeks. Alright. But so yeah, maybe there is something in it. Maybe it's one of those that, because they're getting their information from the German side, that means that's the reason why they're the only ones who have it. Because if this website has connections in Germany, then how many journalists in this country would have connections in Germany? Maybe they don't. Maybe that's why the news isn't getting around. Maybe that's why this website is the only one who have it. Maybe, I don't know. Again, they're saying it's being mentioned in Build, but again, like if you go onto search engines in this country and you search, if I searched up this guy's name, Calvin Brackelmann, that Build article won't come up. Like nothing comes up because for some reason the search is only in English, and they don't give you it's literally very narrow terms that you can search. You think, I'm going onto the internet and I'm going to search. I'm going to type in something and I'm going to get information from around the world. Not really. If you may, depending on certain things that you type in, you might get stories from this country, but just from the Anglophone countries. You get information maybe from Ireland, from America almost certainly. We get a lot of news from America. It's always weird when you go on things like X and things, and the Americans now know about stuff that's happening in England because they're seeing it on social media, and so they know all that stuff. And it's kind of weird to see them, commenting and mentioning that. But you might get stuff from Australia, but that's it. The rest of the world, it don't exist on the internet. You have to use the language. You have to use foreign languages to get foreign results. Otherwise, nothing's going to come up for you. That's how it is, isn't it? But so maybe they have a connection in Germany that's telling them stuff, but I mean, we don't know. But yeah, we'll see. Obviously, if now they're spinning it now with the story now that, you know, if Tanganga goes, then we might move for this guy, and that kind of does make sense. You know, if we're gonna get 1.2 million for Tanganga, this guy costs 1 million euros, which is 850k. It's in the same price range, so you know there is that. So yeah, this was today. Again, Zach Sturge didn't get announced today. We got Danny McNamara, we got the goalkeeper announced, we got George Honeyman leaving announced. So wait to see what happens tomorrow, if anything. I thought today would be bigger for some reason, but it wasn't. So we wait to see. Tomorrow is what? Training Eve. Return to Training Eve. So there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.